Hey, thanks for tuning in. Your time is precious, so I really appreciate that. The thought I want to share with you this fortnight is one that's come to prominence, I guess, in COVID, but has been true and real for forever. And that is that change is inevitable, but transformation is the game changer. Change is inevitable, but transformation is the game changer, and they're not the same. Let me talk to you a little bit about change. Somebody has said the only thing constant is change, and in this time season we're in right now, that's true. Activities that you're allowed to do can change from day to day. From day to day, the number of people you're allowed to meet with can change. Curfew times can change. We live in this roller coaster of change. And change can be something that's very difficult to deal with for a number of reasons. Some people are just resistant to change, just reluctant. They don't like change. Their personality loves consistency, loves constancy, and so change can be a disruption to that. And so in an organisation, for example, change will mean new work habits, will mean new skills to learn. It'll mean new people to work with, new culture to understand, new processes to get, and it just becomes very difficult. If that's your nature, you understand and know exactly what I mean. For some people, change is difficult because you've seen so much of it in times, and you're a bit change fatigued, and you look back and change really hasn't made that much difference, even though you've had lots of it. I know some organisations, for example, that have restructured almost every 2 years, and if you were to look through the history of the organisation, you'd have to say not much has happened in terms of the change of the functioning or the output or outcome of that organisation. And if you've had enough of those changes, then you feel a little gun-shy about the next change, a little nervous, even a little cynical about change. I think there's another reason why change is difficult, and maybe from a societal point of view, I think what we've seen from a society has been a diminishing, a shrinking of what we'd call the circle of trust. So those people, those organisations, those systems that have been generally fairly trusted in our community, in our society, have shrunk over the last decade, 2 decades maybe. I know in not just COVID has maybe accelerated that diminishing, but it's been going on for a long time. Institutions and structures like political systems, we've had less trust today in politics than we used to. It could be true of legal systems, of the banking system, of the church system, religious systems. We have less trust, society has less trust in today. It could be medical society. It could be a whole bunch of areas where we've had less trust. It could be the press, where we have less trust today than we used to. It could be social media platforms that we trust less. It could be some of those global entities that we hear about in this season that we have less trust in. And so if changes are being made by people who you have less trust in, you're less likely to embrace them. You're more likely to resist them. And that's why we don't like so much change. So there is a lot of that. And in our society, there's probably the trust thermometer is probably showing lower than it has done for many, many years. That's why you can have all sorts of changes, but it doesn't seem to make the difference because we haven't bought into them. Change is inevitable, but the thing that makes a difference, of course, is transformation. The difference is change is something that's done to us, for us, with us, but transformation is something that happens within us, whether it's an organisation or a business or a church, or whether it's about the individual. It's what happens within that really matters. It's the internal changes that happen that really, where we've got a renewal or a refreshment of a vision or a purpose that makes a difference. So it's that internal change that really matters. And so, and because of that, our role as leaders, our responsibility as leaders, is not just about making changes for the sake of change, but it's actually providing opportunities and environments where transformation can take place, where there can be renewal of thinking, renewal of ideas, where there can be in an organisational structure a renewal of purpose, a renewal of vision, or individually where there can be just a renewal of life, a renewal of who you are. And when that environment's set for that, then that's when true change can happen, because it starts from within, and transformation makes that happen. So transformation is what makes the difference. And it's true personally. Personally, transformation is the place of refreshment. It's the place of renewal. It's the place of recalibration. It's the place of reinvigoration. It's the place of reinvention. All those things happen when we're transformed from within. And you can have as many restructures or changes on the outside as you like, but unless that's happening within us, within the people in an organisation, or within the organisation itself, change of mindset, change of heart, unless those things happen, there will not be lasting change. You can restructure all you like, and it will still be a struggle for that to happen. So if you've got change fatigue, I don't blame you, I fully get that. But what will help us manage change fatigue better is to be transformed from within. The transformed you will help you manage with change from without. Will be much more healthy because of that. So, change is inevitable, but transformation is the game changer. It's what makes the difference and allows long-term change to be effective and make a real difference. Change is inevitable. Transformation is the game changer. Look, I hope that's helpful. As I said, love your feedback on all the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, website, timhanna.com.au. You can feedback there. I'm hoping to get Instagram up and running. It's a bit frustrating at the moment, but it's probably my problem rather than anybody else's. Look forward to catching in again next time. Next fortnight will be vlog number 10. And many people celebrate getting to 100. I'm celebrating getting to 10. So check in next time. Love you to do that. In the meantime, take care, stay well, don't lose hope, and be internally transformed. Makes a difference.